Okay, so I'm double checking sources and stuff, and you decide to start recording.
Welcome, everybody, to the Baldwin Kids Podcast, a space dedicated to discussing sociopolitics, mental health issues, and nerd culture. I am the, who are you first? I need to decide what I am right now.
I am the traditionally handmade K.
And I'm the...
unprepared Vesta.
I'm the pre-qualified
You already did
Vesta.
that.
Oh, God damn it. I'm the... pre-sorted Vesta. Pre-sorted postage.
This man, oh, Jesus, Mary, Joseph.
That was good timing.
Mary
oh, God,
Magdalene.
we're so in sync. Ew.
Are you done?
No.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna jump right in because Vesta's being a hot
Gotta,
mess.
gotta dive in. Okay.
Wow.
The right on the way back to Sunday service at 9 years old, right? This is like a lady who goes all the way down with her run and goes. Am I not wrong? That old lady in church with the Swiffer duster mop, lace front.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So I feel like I probably should have vetted that article more because now that I'm actually reading it looks kind of suspect.
Which one?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay.
So, welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals to the show, as per usual. And we're just gonna jump right in.
Yeah.
The show feels weird without me doing the intro.
I know, doesn't it? You gotta shake it up a little bit.
Okay, Metro Station. Shake, 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 shake it.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the fuck? What song?
That bop that cross cultures.
Oh, it's true. Yeah. I mean, I still don't know, but yeah, I'll have to like listen to it.
You know the song.
I probably do. I just don't remember it. Like, it's not clicking. It's not ringing any. It's not ringing my bell. Ring my bell.
No.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
No. No.
No.
Anyway, so we're going to get started with the Anita Chronicles. Now, what I was saying earlier about an article not being vetted, I probably should have double-checked because I didn't see the source on this when I saved it to put in the...
What was the source?
I'm not even going to give them any airtime, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But it was a thing saying that, I guess, Anita... since we're starting with the Anita Chronicles as usual, Anita decided to block infrastructure payment, or like block monies going towards infrastructure repairs and such until the investigations against him stopped.
What is that not true?
I don't know. The source I got this, like I haven't seen this anywhere else, and the source I got this from I'd never heard of, but I shared it to look at later, and then here we are in the studio, and I should have looked at it more.
You know, sometimes y'all...
I'm usually more prepared than this, but I've had like
we just play like soft piano music, and it's like, you know, sometimes it's okay. It's okay to be a hot-ass goddamn motherfucking mess. But you know, I wasn't talking about you in specific. I was talking about us. Because sometimes we come on here and just...
are not prepared.
We sound like...
garbage.
We sound like a heavy vibrato up in here.
You know, no. You know who... No. You know who has not made a comeback in a while? Jennifer. Thankfully.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her and that musical died a long time ago. Ooh.
First of all,
I almost shaded Dreamgirls. That's not a whole bop.
And
You know, I was never a really big fan of that song. That wasn't like my favorite. My favorite was Step Into the Bad Side, and then One Night Only, the slow one and the disco one.
So don't hate me.
What?
I've never watched Dreamgirls. I only know.
Wow, you only know that song? There's so many good songs in that. Like, they're based off like of real people. So like Eddie Murphy's character is, I know he's James Brown and Marvin Gaye. I'm trying to remember the third person he was.
Barry Gordy?
No,
that's Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is Barry Gordy. And then his partner, dude, is Smokey Robinson. Beyonce's supposed to be Diana. Um, who else is in that? But yeah, they're all supposed to be like, embody the members of Motown that, like, there's even like a copy of the Jackson 5 in there. Like, it's not even, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
can we?
I'm sorry. You brought up Dream Girls. It's your fault.
Yeah, I'm not even going to fight that.
Okay, so next topic is
eroding trans protections.
Really, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
Yeah.
Where was that? And what about, it was like one of the last, like, real, like, explicit protections against trans folks, wasn't it?
Anita just dismantled one of the last major protections keeping transgender people safe.
Wow, how about that?
You know what my big question is?
What?
Why?
Yeah, really.
Just why?
You really just mad.
Like,
you big mad, sis.
I just, like, the shittiness of it doesn't necessarily, like, it's bad.
It doesn't shock me, though.
It doesn't shock me. What shocks me more is just
what for?
Why?
Yeah. Like,
why?
It's just like, do you really just hate a group? Well,
a group of people that aren't like him. Well, I'm just wondering. I'm like,
well, what for? Like, what have trans people done other than confuse your boner that you can't probably get anymore? Like, what else? All right, girl. All right.
I'd like a why.
Yeah.
Because until there is a why, I don't even have anything to be mad at. Like,
until he gives a why, all he gets is an L.
And that's that on that. Really? All right. So we're just going to move on from the Anita Chronicles. Because at this point, like, I'm so flabbergasted.
He's really trying to, like...
I'm just waiting for, you're doing this because...
What, for what, though?
Because...
I mean, we know why. But we would just like you to admit it.
Or at least say something. At least give us a lie to talk about. God damn.
Really? Bitch?
Like, have Sarah Sanders... Let me not talk about her appearance.
Let's not talk about the Cabbage Patch Kids like that.
I still can't believe that Beyonce's like 2 years older than her.
I know, right? And Beyonce minded her own business. Look like she hasn't aged since the shake and go waves of Destiny Child's past.
Hasn't aged since Lose My Breath.
Man, she may have lost her breath, but she didn't lose her age.
Or edges. Meanwhile, Sarah Sanders basks in her presence, and
she looks like an edge. She looks like just a real, like, not glued down edge.
Over here, like, I am the edge.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna move on to Ohio. Sis, girl.
I didn't even know about this.
Girl.
Until I looked it up.
Girl.
Yeah.
Why does Ohio keep fucking up? Like,
yeah,
we had all that shit that happened. I forget there was stuff that happened a while ago, but I know that we talked about specifically on this show because I actually had a good long rant about it. Was it Dayton? I think it was Dayton. There was a GM plant. It was either Dayton
where
or
they
Cleveland.
were being like, wasn't it racist or homophobic?
It was explicitly racist.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Like,
and then they were like,
like the grunts.
When they're like nooses and
they were just leaving nooses out and about. Yeah. They at one point, like, the black manager tried to tell a couple of the white, regular workers, "Hey, you guys need to take care of this." "You won't tell me what to do, boy."
I'm like, actually,
I'm literally paid more because I tell you what to do.
Really?
Don't get.
All right, girl. Well, don't get.
Don't get. But no, that's not what I'm talking about in this case. This case specifically, I'm talking about the fact that there was a whole entire Klan rally.
The real hood rats are back.
Now,
I mean, they never left, but the real hood rats are back again.
And the fact that the Klan still exists will never cease to baffle me.
Honestly?
Because the Klan literally just exists
like, really,
to eradicate brown people.
Really?
Of all shades.
That just reminds me of, like, that conversation I had with that one irrelevant ass donut looking bitch that we won't mention on the show. That sympathized. You remember this conversation where he was, like, trying to, like, tell me this whole story about. Okay.
Just type it out on your phone and give me the name on there.
Well, you know who this is. But I remember like someone was literally trying to make me, my black ass, my black gay ass, sympathize with someone who joined the Klan, and the story was, oh, he was jumped by the same group of three black men in Chicago all the time, so he went and joined people that felt similar issues and da da da. I'm like, who is that? And what group is that? Oh, the Klan. I mean, do you understand why though? He went through so much. And I'm like, you mother.
No,
you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch.
Why do I get the feeling that that's going to be a soundbite before we go on too long?
I want to bass boost it and like use it. You can already hear it.
Look at what you did.
Solid black bar.
Y'all, I am sorry for Vesta doing the most. We are recording a lot later than we usually do and are a bit loopy.
But for real, like, there are people who really think they deserve sympathy. Like, there are really people that do think that.
Who deserves sympathy?
The Klan. And it's like,
I'm wondering who has bigger...
There are people too. Oh, okay, tell that to the people they lynched. Tell that to Rosewood.
Tulsa.
And...
Ohio.
I forget the name of Black Wall Street, but Black Wall Street.
That was Tulsa.
It was Tulsa? Okay, thank you.
Ohio, just in general.
Girl.
Bye. Girl, bye. Oh, but actually jumping back, because I neglected to mention this earlier, because again, that source is a little dubious, but I did want to mention this.
Yeah.
Going back to Anita real quick.
Okay.
I'm wondering why he's not just pulling a Reynolds pamphlet at this point. Yes, it's a Hamilton reference. Don't roll your eyes. But for those who don't know,
God.
No. But it was an actual thing, though.
I know,
because Hamilton was accused of doing something he didn't, so he exposed himself being a cheating ass bitch.
Sure did.
But proved that he was innocent of the things that he was accused of.
Didn't his wife stay with him? Did she leave him after that, or did she stay?
People didn't really get divorced back then.
That's true, which is such a...
Because remember, marriage was a lot more like ownership back then.
And that's the tea. That's the tea. Can we talk about when I went to New York to find where he was buried? He has this nice, elaborate tomb or coffin, and it's got his like one of a speech, something in like a picture. She gets a slab on the ground. I'm like,
Hippity hoppity, women are property.
Like, just.
Well, were.
Like, as if we don't know.
Dick has no value.
I mean, just.
You just love using that button.
I'm not the one who said to put it in here.
I just wanted the other one as a text sound, just for my phone to scream at me from time to time.
Yeah, well, it's your fault. So anyway,
bitch. Like, okay, but here's the positive thing about that Klan rally, which there were all of like 8 people that showed up for the actual Klan part of the Klan rally. A shit ton of
pigs. Also, their ass whooped.
A shit ton of pigs, which I mean, I repeat myself.
Piggz.
But let me just read the title of this article. Ooh, should I pick an accent? Don't roll your eyes.
Go on.
KKK group heavily outnumbered by counter-protesters at their own rally in Dayton.
That was it made me shudder because that's the code switch voice.
Oh, you mean my my work voice?
Let's not do it.
But yeah,
because I have to do that tomorrow, and I'm excited.
A KKK rally held in Dayton, Ohio on Saturday drew only 9 members to the event and hundreds of counter-protesters. Hundreds.
I could just imagine they show up and
There was a picture that's been floating around of this short skinny Jewish guy. And the only reason I know that is because he also had a yarmulke on.
Okay.
Yarmulke, cigarette, and some red body paint that said "This Jew won't be erased."
Oh, come on. We stand that. We stand that.
Don't even know who he is, but we stand.
Come on, bitch.
In conclusion, we've decided to stand. But yeah, all of 9 Klan members and a bunch of cops, so more than 9 Klan members, showed up to the rally.
That's tea.
I'm trying to see if there's a picture of all of this guy in here, because I'm here for this. Apparently not. Oh well. But yeah, the fact that there were way more counter protesters than
That makes me laugh.
The actual Klan members.
That makes you just Ursula. Cackle Ursula. Ursula cackle. No. Did you mean... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to deafen them again.
Anyway, so moving on to our next topic. Nevada removed queer panic as their defense.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I colloquially called it queer panic, but there's gay panic and trans panic.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Were those things?
You mean are. In the 46 other states of the United States of America, those one or both
those aren't things.
One or both of those are still legal defenses.
Those are things. Oh my god, I ain't got enough leave-in for this bullshit. I really don't.
Yeah.
I just felt 5 or 6 hairs fall off my head and they just grew yesterday. Oh
my
god.
The fact that it can be considered a defense. Oh, and I was so upset that I found out she was that.
I freaked out because gay. Mm-hmm. I freaked out because my pee-pee got hard. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what to do about it, so I shot him. Fuck.
I just remember that fucking picture, like that one black kid looking like he's really...
Why the fuck's my ding-dong? It's
his eyes are glowing red.
Yeah. The other one was Why My Pee-Pee Solid with like Metal Gear font. Why My Pee-Pee Solid. Instead of Metal Gear.
I'm upset. I am so upset. Anyway, Nevada is the 4th state to make this law. 4th. In 2019. Somehow, there are 46 other states that are like, yeah, you can totally get off for killing somebody by saying...
I hate it. I hate that.
Especially because a lot of people I love and care about are gay and or trans.
Hello? One of them is right here. Gay AF.
Exactly.
And if you try and panic about me, you better panic the fuck onto the disco, because I'm not the one.
Bitch, I was about
I'm
to
not
make...
the one.
Or the 2.
Got me 31 flavors of smooth, creamy, fucked up. Bitch. I wish somebody would.
Why did you say creamy?
Ice cream, what the fuck? But also because this No. Did you not know this taint was 100% pure bacon? Please tell me you know what that's a reference to. Please, God. No. Oh, bitch, I gotta show you that. That's one of the
When we're off the air,
yes,
bitch, we got stuff to do.
Okay.
I'm just baffled.
It's the fact that I'm just confused, honestly. I live in a state of confusion, anger, and hunger. Like, I'm one of those 3 things. That and that bitch. But that's...
Yeah. So the 4... Here, hang on, because I actually pulled up the article to actually see what the 4 states are. Mm-hmm. In every state except California, Illinois, Rhode Island, and now Nevada...
Oh, thank God.
It is legal to use the excuse that someone was driven driven to temporary insanity to kill / assault a trans or gay person in a state of panic.
Oh my God, that's not what that means. Temporary insanity? Is that really? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my scalp.
My follicles.
Oh, I can feel the shea butter crying in the other room.
Well, yeah, just for the record, and I am 100% serious on this. This is not even remotely close to a joke. If any of my trans friends that are listening to this need me around to be the big aggressive person to make sure that they're safe, I will gladly put my contacts in and practice my best mean mug. Just to make
second that. Because, bitch,
you got me 50 flavors of fucked up.
31 flavors, 50 shades. Yeah. Creamy fucked up. Fucked up.
Any of my trans friends are going on a date with somebody and they want someone like in the Starbucks or whatever to keep an eye on them. Because these hands are rated E for everyone.
If you buy one, you can get the other one free.
Mm-hmm. No charge. Free of charge.
Free of charge.
You can have it. It's free. You can have one and then the second one.
Oh my God. All right.
Like,
Lord Jesus Almighty. What does it say? What does it say?
Oh, that tweet is me.
Okay, let me read it. Let me hear it.
Nevada says you can no longer use gay panic as a defense for crimes against gay people, but it still works for explaining why Mike Pence leaves any room Justin Trudeau is in.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
I'm here. What are you?
I'm preparing.
What are you
doing? I'm preparing.
What are you doing?
I'm preparing.
That is what you are doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was it for our Democrypts and Bloodikins, which means we're going to move on to our rapid fire section. I just love how that lines up.
Yeah.
Anyway, first and foremost, on some bullshit. Because is anybody fucking surprised? Is anyone surprised?
No.
So Mnuchin, who I actually forgot about altogether, but I mean he's an old white man in politics.
They all look the same.
There's several hundred of them.
Yeah, they all look the same. They all smell the same and sound the same.
Oof.
Yeah, they all just smell like Dove soap.
See, I was thinking death with a hint of.
Oh no, they smell like Dial. That's what old people. That's what. Yeah. Anyway. Postpone.
Did you? What were you about to say?
Said postponed. You think Harriet Tubman was?
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a shiny fucking dress and fucking crown and fucking shiny ass shoes when she was taking slaves? To freedom! Oh God, we have to laugh to keep from raging out, y'all, because
y'all really did postpone the Harriet Tubman bill. Y'all were that pressed.
Postpone the Tubman 20 until 2028 to make sure that it never happened.
2028.
Did I stutter?
I thought it was just to the end of. Oh.
Until the end of Anita's reign.
They really think he's going to get elected again. That's the gag. Y'all think he's going to get elected again?
See, the problem is
Trump.
See, the problem is that we all thought he wasn't going to get elected the first time.
Yeah, but he cannot. I will literally.
You underestimate the power of stupid whiteness.
The mountains of Caucasus are strong.
You underestimate
the devil.
You underestimate how much.
No, that's disrespect to Satan, because Satan's sexy.
You underestimate how much people hate.
True.
You underestimate how much the uneducated and the right wing hate people like us.
I hate it.
They will burn this bitch to the ground to make sure we die.
True.
So,
I can't. My head, my forehead,
my follicles,
my temples. But I like the guy that made the 3D printed stamp, so you can just stamp Harriet Tubman on it.
Over Andrew Jackson's racist ass face.
I'm about to invest in that. Anytime I get a 20 from work. I forget. I got one. Did I tell you about the time I got like a $20 bill that said something about Trump on the back of it? Like someone stamped like
the president lives here.
Yeah, Trump lives here. On top, because the White House is on the back.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is?
Whichever bill the White House is on the back on.
You know, I actually don't know which one it's on.
I thought it was a 20.
Is it?
Yeah. Bitch, hold on. I am almost positive that's
Well, while Vesta's looking that up, I'm actually going to move on to the next topic. Which is, Mr. Horses in the Back, himself.
You know, I didn't realize that song was that song. Like, I always heard I got the horses in the back. I thought it was a meme. Until I realized that's the song that people were talking about. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I heard them all the way through, and I'm like, this is not a good song.
This is a girl, I guess.
This is a choice.
This is a girl, I guess.
That was a choice. And
you know what?
And then you had Achy Breaky Heart on there, too. Come on.
Here's the thing. I stand for this song. I don't even like it, but do you know why I stand for it? Because it's making white people mad.
Beyonce did it, and Lil Nas did. Although Beyonce had a lot more talent in her song. But
here's the thing, though. He's got like some kind of Wrangler deal going on, and people are like, I'm gonna boycott. I can't.
And they're like, how
you can't have all this Negro shit all over my country.
Yeah, I know. And it's like,
didn't we invent country?
Yeah, basically? Like y'all. And then this is like a white genre. I'm like, it's really not, because y'all stole it from us in the first place.
And let's not even forget the fact that being a cowboy was very much a low-ranking thing.
Being a cowboy, most people were black and brown folks were cowboys.
Like
it wasn't white people.
Yeah, like we started this shit.
Y'all sunburned too easy to be cowboys. What the fuck y'all talking about?
I mean,
wrangle some fucking sunscreen on your white ass. Anyway,
I mean, we need sunscreen too, but
yeah, but we don't look like a whole.
We don't cook as easily.
Fresh tomato, like fresh spaghetti sauce in the sun, noodles included.
Mm-hmm. I'm just loving how hostile people are when they're forgetting where it came from.
I know, like, y'all really think y'all own this?
Just because y'all jumped all over it
It's the White House.
And rinsed off all the seasoning before trying to do something with it.
Yeah, the White House is on the back of the $20 bill. So yeah, so that someone stamps Trump lives here on the back of it. I'm like, girl, not for long. So did Obama. Ow, I just yanked a whole bunch of hair out of my head.
Why did you?
Oh, because it was a knot and I snagged it, and that hurts. Oof. Natural hair problems, y'all. If y'all have any tips, please email me at @gmail.com, please. Anyway,
yeah. And yeah.
But that really meant like y'all don't own shit. Y'all realize that y'all own ambrosia,
gentrification,
unseasoned chicken breast,
gentrification, genocide.
Oh, gentrificide. Y'all don't own shit. Okay.
The overtly flawed justice system.
Y'all can own avocado toast.
Hey!
Avocado's disgusting. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're wrong, but go on.
Avocado's the nastiest fucking thing. Guacamole, too. Well, no, guacamole tastes better because there's more than just avocado in it. But avocado's disgusting.
We could fight.
Okay.
You can
lose.
Rude.
You don't think I got 40 ounces of bounce this ass for nothing? It's a bitch. You think I won't sit on you and make you suffer?
No, you didn't say 40 ounces of bounce that ass.
Shut in. 40 ounces of bounce that ass with a keg of these hands.
We're gonna move. Jesus Christ.
Bitch.
Okay, we're gonna move on. To goodness, we're gonna move on to our palate clones, which is just a quick little note because, like I said, like I said last week, we weren't gonna like dwell too much on so much excellence flying all out of these schools. But
because your skin can only get so moisturized. Eventually, you're just gonna have none no more.
But I do want to. Oh, goodness. Maybe we shouldn't record this late.
We really shouldn't. Girl, we done had... I almost said P.F. Chang's. We almost said Panda Express.
Yeah. But, one Matthew McKenzie, age 14, got his,
Oh, I saw that.
His, high school and college degree, or high school diploma and college degree on the same day.
Yeah.
I'm here for this.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's not really a woman we're talking about, but
oh, I mean, there's another one. The Woodland High School in Georgia, it also had its first black male valedictorian. That's Roland Lee Tate Jr. Just a little shout out to the two of them.
Yeah.
And of course I shared this after I finished writing the outline. Do we want to talk about Kentucky governor being a whole dumbass, or do we want to just move on?
No, that's too far for the ballot. We're in the ballot Cleonze.
The ballot Cleonce?
Cleonce all over his mouth like liquor. We're done. We gotta move on now. Like liquor, like liquor. Cleonce all his mouth like liquor.
Wow. I'm just gonna one sentence and then we're gonna move on. Kentucky governor says he'll never legalize marijuana because of the overdoses.
That's all I gotta say to that.
Bitch!
That reminds me of the police station.
You know what?
Did you see about the police station talking about how it was like really serious? It was like this burned up like building, and they were talking about like, oh, this suspect on the run. We believe they were boiling marijuanas for later use of injection. They literally typed that, and they were dead serious. That was not a joke. And they kept telling people, like, yo, like, stop joking about this. It's a very serious matter. And all I could do was
like, and the only reason I'm bringing this up in the palate cleanse is because it's hilarious that you were actually dumb enough to think.
Like, you really
overdoses?
You are so dumb.
Bitch.
You are really dumb.
For real.
All right.
But, like...
That's it. You stupid.
You're gonna overdose
your lace front
smells like
egg whites,
but like,
and avocado toast.
How do you...
Ow.
Bitch. One, how do you shade avocado toast? Two, How do you the most you're gonna overdose is overdose on something that's gonna increase your waistline, bitch? Like that's all that's
Really?
gonna
Like, you'll
happen.
just got some food, or depending on what which thing,
Like,
because
like
I vape CBD, y'all. That has like been a blessing for me in my anxiety. So the most that'll make you do is knock out for like 12 hours.
exactly. Like, bitch, the closest I have ever gotten to quote unquote overdosing on cannabis is falling the smooth fuck asleep.
Just knocking the fuck out.
And that was some of the best sleep. Ooh, that was a power nap.
And you wake up, you're just like,
Did I? So I'm not gonna say who it was with, but a friend of mine brought some over. And we go out on the balcony and do our thing. Come back, I fall asleep like kneeling on the couch after I was playing with my phone.
Yes.
Just fell asleep. I get like tapped awake. I go lay down in my bed. I still don't remember hitting the bed. Like I just remember just going into my room and then waking up at like 4 something in the morning. My light is still on. My PlayStation and TV sleep timered out. The fan in my room was off.
You're just like,
the air freshener I usually have on during the day was still on.
You're like
I just snapped. Just that's the closest.
That's Thanos into sleep. Good lord.
That's as close as you're gonna get to a cannabis overdose, and that's that on that. So we're going to move on to our first musicale break.
This is called. I really should have saved this for Halloween. I'm kind of an idiot. But it's fine. It's called Are You Afraid?
Bitch, we can bring it back for Halloween.
Yeah, it's called Are You Afraid?
Like, there's a smooth 40-some-odd episodes.
It's called Are You Afraid? By Mr. Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He sent us that, and it's just
like aggressive. Which...
This is going to kind of tie into what we have planned for our mental health section.
Yeah.
But you'll find out.
Which is...
But you'll find out after this.
Are you afraid?
Really?
Face cracked.
And we're back. I hope y'all enjoyed that and me randomly humming to myself as Vesta starts fucking recording.
What were you humming? Was that...
No, that was just me humming random notes.
That's what I thought that was. I was like, whoever made that song.
Whatever.
Wasn't that Ken's girlfriend?
Who?
Kanye.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know. So
I don't know her.
Her maid or whatever.
I don't know, that random member of staff she brought to that gala.
That staff that's just like, they got no common decency.
Oof.
Anyway.
He hailed. Anyway, so we're back. Hope y'all enjoyed that song. We are moving on to our mental health section. Which, as always, Vesta and I are a couple of loudmouths with some recording information.
Recording information.
Wow. Vital information for your everyday life.
I was gonna say that!
Okay.
I was gonna say that.
Let me try that again. We are never recording this late again.
I'm so upset.
Jesus. Okay.
I'm so mad that I really was gonna say. Okay, go on.
Okay. Vesta and I are a couple of loudmouths with some recording equipment, some software, a lot to say, and some dabbling in the mental health field. So, as such, we are not licensed professionals in any way, shape, or form. We just, want to try to talk about this more to make it less taboo. So please take what we say with 40 ounces of salt. You started it.
I thought it was gonna stay there, because you can't top 40 ounces of bounce that ass.
41 ounces.
Bitch. All right.
What?
So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about touching.
Oh my god. God fucking damn it. One of the most uncomfortable scenes in that movie.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm like,
but that's the first song that I can think of.
It's called sexual harassment.
Oh no, that movie was problematic as hell.
Oh yeah, it really is. It still is.
It's problematic and
yet iconic.
Exactly. Because
like some of these, never mind. Let me not.
Anyway,
that was like a shotgun shape.
Anyway, so recently on Facebook there was an ad that floated around that came across my newsfeed. Well, not an ad, but a video, basically covering professional cuddling, which in and of itself is an interesting concept. Which, you know, in the comments are generally a cesspool.
They really shouldn't.
But the majority of them are like, I can't do that. I'd get a boner. Which
is on you,
for the record,
Dick has no value.
Especially in this context.
Really?
This is just two people engaging in just there's just some tactile interaction. You're just feeling another person. There doesn't have to be anything actually inherently sexual about it. And it's nothing but fucking men that are so busy focusing
you
on...
really use both of them in less than 2 minutes.
Because the thing is that it's not sexual. It's not intended to be sexual. And more likely than not, because in the video it was saying something about how there's like a contract signed beforehand that this is not supposed to be sexual. Yep. That if something unintentionally sexual happens, i.e. if there's an AMAB person involved and they, you know, get an erection, it's not intended to be sexual, because sometimes
that shit just happens. Dick has
a mind of its own.
You can get an erection watching fucking
anything.
Yeah.
Especially, oh god, it's fucking... Ooh, I almost came out of my body for a second. Yeah. Random flashbacks to high school where you're just like, typing up a paper. Hello.
What you writing about?
I just pop up like, how you doing?
Oh, could you imagine if it looked like that? Look like an acid face demon. All right.
Stop.
But some Q-tips.
Are you done? Stop. We're trying to have a serious conversation here, bitch.
I'm sorry. But yeah, you really can't just like pop a boner just like reading a book. You're reading about insects.
Just out of nowhere, because dick has a mind of its own.
It also has no value.
Exactly. But the thing is that like physical contact is not inherently sexual. And I'm one of those kind of odd people that I guess in American culture, because it's not as much of a thing, you know, around the world, apparently. Like people touch each other without it being touching each other.
Okay, that was like an anime transformation because of the overhead light. You were like, it's like, oh god.
But it's like, I'm one of those people that is completely open. Like, if a friend of mine says that they're feeling touch starved, and I'm not at that point in time like touch repulsed, it's literally
it's a thing.
Yeah, because sometimes I just don't want to be fucking touched by anybody. Like, the only thing that's okay to touch me at that point in time is clothes and whatever the hell I'm sitting on. Vesta, bitch, get your mind out of the gutter. Hell. Anyway, but that was the case with a friend of mine who, again, without people's explicit permission, I don't say their actual names on the show. I will say their initials are RAA, and we go way back. Like my sophomore year of high school back. And there was a point in time where we were just into, and obviously because this is, you know, an American show for an American audience, is going to sound vaguely salacious, but it's 100% not. We had a thing for just kind of touching each other. And it wasn't like touching each other. It was just hanging out, being like in each other's physical space and actually like bumping shoulders, bumping arms, bumping torsos, just kind of just laying next to each other, watching movies or whatever. There was nothing sexual about it. And it was actually nice just being able to have physical contact with another person without any expectation of sex or anything.
Right.
Because we as humans are social creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you isolate a person long enough, they're going to fucking die.
It's very true.
And being touch-starved is A, an actual thing, and B, proof that, you know, whether or not it's sexual, we probably as humans need to touch each other.
Yes.
To add a physical element to being social creatures.
Right.
Though for this professional cuddling thing, like, sign me the smooth fuck up. Because one, apparently you make a whole bag behind it.
Honestly.
Like, people making upwards of $100 an hour. And you can set your own contract terms. Like, I am strong and soft, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and I am available for professional cuddling. What?
Remember those houses we were looking at on Zillow earlier?
Uh-huh.
We could buy one of those after like a year or two.
Probably.
Because, you know, if you guys want us to see us in like a really cool recording space.
Like, actually, what if we had like a video element, something like that? Are you done up there?
Yeah, like these pipes right here, they really just want in on the show, even though they have nothing to do with it.
So clearly we're going to have to add featuring the pipes. At the end of the episode title. But no, like, I know I've been talking a lot. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm kind of blanking on this one. Because it's hard when you agree with like almost everything the other person says. So it's like, I can see the need for professional cuddlers. Because people really like hold like they put just physical affection. Physical touch, I should just
Physical
say.
interaction.
Yeah, interaction.
Tactile interaction.
Oh, vocabulary. She's an English major. Like, they put that on such a high pedestal and just bedazzle the shit out of it and make it just seem like...
this unattainable...
Yeah, it's like, this is a thing that you cannot do.
Outside
because it means something else. And it's like, well...
I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
Girl, I'll snuggle my sister. Me and Mariah will literally just lay here. Best friend Mariah, hi. Me and Mariah will literally like
just hang out.
Just sit here, we'll watch anime, snug up, and have a hot thing of ice cream together.
And there's nothing wrong
like,
with that.
There's literally nothing like
and there's no sexual anything in that. It's just enjoying each other's company.
Exactly. So the stigma behind it is annoying. I hate the people that are like, I'm just gonna get a boner. I'm like, well, first of all, that means whatever sex you get ain't good enough. And two,
like,
you have a dick. This is what happens.
And the other thing is, are you like? I almost pity the people like that.
Really? So I'm gonna get a boner. I'm like, wow.
Are you?
So you really can't last that long, can you?
Are you that starved for attention and affection?
Really?
That the slightest touch is going to arouse you? Is your social circle that vapid? And pointless?
Exactly.
And averse to touching you?
Oh my god.
That you would get aroused at the slightest touch?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Kayan is reading someone in this. There we go. I'll just move. I'll move that back.
You gotta. We don't have to fight about that because I ain't never faltered.
Actually,
you
have once.
Nope.
Yes, you have.
I have never faltered in our names.
Yeah.
You have said your own name multiple times when you were talking about your mom.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm sleepy and I'm fat. Okay. I can't.
Well, what do you think?
I cannot.
What do you think about if somebody's in a monogamous relationship but ends up hiring a professional cuddler?
First of all, step your cuddling game up if your partner has to hire a professional cuddler. You need to just gain some weight. I mean, to be real,
the thick peeps do cuddle better.
We don't have to try. Someone could stand there and just hug us and just be like, damn.
Like no shade to the slimmer people, but I don't know. I think I know why people like getting up close to me. Because here's the thing, I've got like some padding, but you can also feel the muscle under it.
That's amazing.
What? Here's the thing.
I have some insulation and some padding.
Here's the thing, like you can give me a hug, or I can give somebody a hug, and they can tell that I'm a chunky guy. But if I do anything more than just a very gentle hug, you'll be able to feel that there's some muscle, there's some strength, there's some protection ability under there.
And it can be yours for the easy price.
But the thing is I'm okay with that concept of giving that to other people, honestly, giving that to my friends. Same. Because sometimes you just want to feel safe in somebody's arms, and it doesn't have to be sexual.
Really? Yeah.
Like the
although I feel like men that do that have to like kind of strap down, you know? Just because even if they don't want it to happen, it can happen real easy. You know what I mean?
It depends, partly because one, not all men have dicks, but two, I don't know. I feel like
that's a precaution.
The thing is, though, is that at least in my mind, the way it works for me is that if it's purely platonic and purely just enjoying the tactile interaction,
education,
then my brain doesn't even go into the sex department.
I see, but girl, not everyone can say that. You know, not everybody can just like
step your dick game up.
That was disrespectful.
What? If you don't have enough control over your genitals to be able to have a tactile...
Do you not realize that sometimes...
I'm kidding.
Do you not realize that the Lord made us? I'm sorry. I just thought of the church singing videos earlier and I had to like...
I don't know. I feel like that kind of makes...
true. Yeah, I guess.
At the same time, though, if it happens, you need to be mature enough to be like, oh, that was completely unintentional.
Well, yeah, obviously,
we can pause until that goes away.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Go do your taxes or something until that thing goes down.
Do your taxes. Stress out a little bit.
Or something.
Vape, honestly. Well, don't vape any THC because... but CBD would knock that out.
Let's, What? What? THC, depending on the strain, it has an effect.
We'll say let's have her, the queen slut bottom herself.
But still though, even in like a platonic hangout thing, I love the idea of like like I'm playing a video game. If I'm like sitting down playing a video game and somebody's like laying with just their head on my thigh, just kind of screwing around on their phone.
It's a lot of room for that, by the way. Like thick thighs save lives.
Thick thighs save lives, but. But I like the idea of that because completely outside of a sexual context, there's still a degree of platonic intimacy there.
Yeah,
we're just hanging out and enjoying each other's company, and
two bros.
God, a friend of mine absolutely loves that Vine.
Yeah,
two bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Classic.
And, yeah, because the straights are afraid of it making them look gay, which I still sit on the...
girl, if you're afraid of it, might be a little closer to home than you think, girl. Open the closet door.
One, and two, why is that a bad thing?
I don't really. It's bringing the baddest bitches thus far.
Because the thing is, if you're not gay and if you're closely hanging out with a friend,
you shouldn't be uncomfortable.
It's one of those, I'm not, but...
Go off, I guess.
Exactly.
I don't really have much to say about this.
I don't know. I like the concept. I hate the fact that we as a culture are so touch starved that some capitalist has decided to commodify cuddling.
Yeah.
When you have a close group of friends, it's free 99.
You should say free 99.
Mm-hmm. But like at the same time though, the guy in the video that I saw was talking about how he's like the last surviving person in his family because like his mom died, then his dad died, and then his sister died, and then his wife died.
Oh my God.
Like it was a bunch of people really close to him that died like back to back to back to back to back. And so he wanted a degree of intimacy that didn't necessarily involve sex, but just to feel comforted by somebody.
God bless.
So I'm all here for that.
Same.
Like, if I don't know, if somebody close to me wants to feel comforted, like, bitch, give me the Wi-Fi code. I'll bring a pack of Oreos and some milk, a pack of Oreos, some milk, and some shitty movies, and we'll kiki and cuddle. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of wish we had somebody who was on the other end of the spectrum for this.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, this is the perfect time to close it out.
Okay.
And say, if you, as a listener of ours, have a differing opinion about this and would like to have it heard or even read on the show, feel free to shoot us an email at askthebkcast@gmail.com.
That was great. that went from like a 10 to a 6.
Rude. Beach.
All right.
All right. So then we're going to move on to our second musical break, unless you have anything else to say. Oh, actually, I do have one quick thing to say. Being touch-starved is a bitch and a half.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean.
That sounds shady.
No.
I don't know why.
That wasn't meant to be, but I'll just press it anyway.
I don't know why, but I can imagine. Sounds really shady.
It does, because it's like, wow, I can't imagine being touched, you lonely bitch. I could see that sounding like that.
Exactly.
But that's not what I meant.
But anyway, I'm just being touch-starved is awful.
Sucks, yeah.
And I sincerely hope that our listeners can develop a close enough social circle that being able to platonically cuddle with a friend
Snuggles
is perfectly fine. But we're going to actually move on to our next musical break, which is GNX 1987?
That's a car. That came out in 87.
Bitch, I'm too gay for that.
So am I. I mean,
but,
another Mr. Fahrenheit song.
Yeah, and I know. I just forgot the title of it. I know the track is sickening.
Yeah. It's very like riding a car in 1987.
Uh-huh.
So
listen in, get your life, and we'll be back. What are you? Are you trying to speak whale?
It's Haunted Mansion from Disneyland.
Oh, that's right. I am too broke for that.
You can just go. Just Google the music. Like the entire soundtrack for that album is just free for everyone to listen to.
That sounds like work.
How dare you disrespect my home away from home like that? I have to show you the facade of that mansion. I would live in that. Bitch,
well, I'm sure your weird ass like a ghost. Ooh, shit. Let me stop yawning. Okay, let's try that again. Welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I feel like I need another thing for that.
What's good?
But like, I don't know. I feel like I want to say something else besides that. Ladies and gentlethems.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, but bitch, if I would live in that.
Okay.
I would live in that. Like that right there. And just put like a lake or something in front of it. Or a fog machine.
You are so gay and extra, I swear. Because I bet you would walk down the spiral stairs from that bitch in a big see-through ass robe, looking dramatic, as if...
No. Jessie J. No.
Wow. So we're going to move on to our nerd culture segment.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fitting start talking about the Haunted Mansion.
Which you stand for.
I don't like the Florida house, though. It looks very,
Haunted?
It looks stupid to me.
Like,
I guess it's supposed to be like, hey, our story is in New Orleans, and then theirs is like, ours is in old America, which still doesn't fit to me. What do you think? Like, does that look very...
I have no opinion. I don't do ghost shit, remember?
Regardless of the ghost shit, I'm talking about the architecture of the house.
Do I look like HGTV?
Wow, who? The twin... Never mind. I was going to insult the obviously gay twins.
You leave them and their emo scene hair kid brother alone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's a third property brother.
Real quick. Twins weird me out on social media.
Why?
Like, male twins that are, like, sexually, like their pictures reek of just sexuality together in pictures weirds me out. Like, they're like, do you not know about the twins? Like, they were a thing a long time ago when they were relevant. They were like these two blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like white boys that like posed in a whole bunch of pictures together, like almost wearing nothing. And they were twins, twin brothers. It was weird. Like, apparently that was a thing. Still is a thing that people are into. And I'm like, wow, I love Alabama.
You can't talk shit about them. Well, I mean, you can talk shit, but you can't type shit because they wouldn't be able to read it anyway.
Really? Anyway, so nerd shit. Can I start? I only have two things.
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Aladdin looks like absolute garbage.
I've actually heard good things
like,
about it.
It looks like the musical on Broadway looks better than the show does.
I'm willing to give it half a chance.
And I'm nervous about Will. Like, I heard he did okay, but I'm nervous. Well, not even that. Everybody's so focused on Will Smith. I'm like, what about everyone else?
I'm wondering why they made Jafar so damn cute.
Because Jafar would be that bitch. In real life?
Jafar is supposed to look like a soggy old 70-year-old queen.
Okay, but he is a queen, therefore, in 2019, Jafar moisturizes. Okay? That's just a fact.
Stop!
Jafar and Scar be over there having Kiki's going to the drag con together.
You know Scar was the OG gay uncle too, though.
The gay auntie? What you talking about? Ursula was over there beating their faces for drag con.
No!
Maleficent was like, okay, so here's what we're going to be wearing.
Maleficent was the wardrobe.
Maleficent was that bitch. Like, she was just like,
wardrobe.
Bitch, here's the accessories.
Ursula was the face beat.
Yeah, Ursula was the makeup.
Scar could Kiki and read you without saying it, with only a look.
Scar's the one that could Vogue. And Jafar's the one that runway walks. Just like
the runway walk, na 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 run. No.
If
you never, okay.
A girl who what?
I'll show you off.
Okay, but yeah, and then who else? Mother Gotha would just be the auntie that drives them there and back.
The real cool auntie that actually smokes a shit ton of weed when they're not there.
That's why she looks so damn good. They'd be like, damn Auntie Gotha, how you look so good? And she'd be like, girl, that's called camp. I was gonna do that. Girl, that's called sativa.
Have you met my friends, Sativa and Indica?
And then she have her head all wrapped up. Her hair. And then
looking like a white India RE.
They'd be like, oh my God, Auntie Gotha's almost here. The car rolls down, just like a big old
cloud because she'd been hotboxing the whole way.
Oh, my man. I'm feeling high.
My money's gone. I'm all alone.
Okay. I'm sorry. But can you picture that? And then I'm trying to think of any other villains. Who else am I missing? There's another Dragon T. Who I'm forgetting. What is her name?
She's not a villain, but...
Yes, she is.
No. Mirage from Incredibles, though.
That's
hair.
Just that bitch.
Hair. She manages hair.
That was... Oh.
I don't know why.
Yeah, she got that.
That's silver.
She got that Remy. She got that unicorn horse hair. She got that unicorn weave.
The unicorn phony pony.
Unicorn. Ariana who?
You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Actually, you know who else would be in there, even though they're also not a villain.
Ooh.
Edna Mode, bitch.
No, we're talking about villains. So we have to leave Mirage and Edna out of this. They can be the good ones that actually support local drag.
Then
that was shade. I'm trying to think of her name. You know what?
Oh no. What movie?
Oliver and Company.
Ooh, that one I actually have no idea.
Yes, you do.
Is it that redhead with the bad makeup?
Yes.
Why would she even be involved in this?
Because she's that bitch. Wait, this isn't the right movie. What movie was that? Oh. That's her. Madame Medusa.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you see them eyebrows? That's drag. She done glued her eyebrows down and put a lot of foundation and powder on top of that. And she went, yoink.
First of all,
she already put on her lashes. She got her hair wrapped up. Like, she's drag auntie. I can't stand
she's
drag granny.
I can't stand you.
She knew Divine when she was a baby.
Stop. What is your next point, bitch?
Let me see. Who else is in Disney villain? Wow, I know how to spell.
Vilcanes. I wish y'all could see this. That Vesta is just...
Wow. How did I forget?
Who?
How did I forget her?
Oh, the evil queen?
How did I forget her? That was a whole drag queen.
That was a whole drag show. To be quite honest.
Jafar twice for some reason. Hades being...
Jafar twice?
Yeah, Jafar and Jafar. Genie Jafar and regular Jafar. Yeah. Oh, they got the Firebird on here. Wow, you better come on.
So Hades is definitely Hades
that's the gay.
Hades is the queen of the Kiki.
Really? He gonna have the tea and everything. I don't know what the Horn King is doing there. That could be a straight man. I mean, he moisturizes like, well, you see that fucking face? No, he's like, Gaston. How could we get that's your crew? The Jim Gays. We forgot Facilier.
I didn't. I just didn't know where he would fit in.
Wow, where would he fit in with that? That's another costuming gig. Like him and Maleficent could just...
Frollo would be mother of another house. Frollo was mother of a house.
The closeted gay. What you talking about? He couldn't handle an erection without calling the god.
Hellfire, dark fire.
And then you hear Ursula in the trunk, shut your bitch ass up. If you don't shut your bitch ass up and get back in the home.
Wow. What? Boy.
If anybody makes this a thing and doesn't credit me, I'm going to scalp you. All right, so my next point after that, atrocious mess.
Atrocious mess.
Call of Duty
2020. Does it have a title yet?
It's apparently... Let's fucking find out. I don't give a fuck about this stupid fucking game.
For those who don't know, Call of Duty is a cesspool of overtly straight guys that don't know how to shower, munch on Doritos, and drink Mountain Dew all day.
And think they can use the N-word.
Mm-hmm. Or, 12-year-olds that do the same.
Right. Because their idol, Pizza Pie, does that.
Don't you shade pizza like this.
I mean, it didn't say it was good pizza.
Ugh. And I don't even want to call him by his actual first name, because that's the same first name as my...
Felicia?
Let's call him Felicia.
Felicia Oblongata. I'm sorry,
Felicia Oblongata. Coming to the stage, Felicia Oblongata.
Okay, Black Ops 5?
5? 5?
Where'd 3 through 2, 3, 4 go? Oh, I know 2 was in 2012.
Yeah, I have 3.
Okay, yeah, Black Ops 5.
4 is Call of Duty Fortnite.
Yeah.
I wonder
Vietnam.
You mean why? Why would you make a game surrounded by or based around a literal war crime?
But we're doing it based off of a war that didn't need to happen.
That we got.
Allah Muhammad Ali. Let's be real. And Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was that bitch. Have you seen that video? I don't remember who was the president. What was the lady? What was the president who's Lady Bird, whatever? Who's president?
Oh, Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. So there was like a luncheon, she invited all these white people and Eartha Kitt. Token. She had to have the token celebrity in there. Mm-hmm. And she's talking about, we're going to demilitarize the ghettos and da-da-da-da-da. And Eartha stood her ass up and was like, have you been to the ghetto? Because I actually took my ass down there and talked to these kids. What they want is for their brothers to come back from Vietnam fighting a war they don't need to be fighting. Because this country don't give a fuck about us know-how. Eartha was that bitch. So much that bitch that the FBI blacklisted her. And so she had to go to Europe and make more. She was like, there's an interview with her talking about how did you recuperate with your career after you got blacklisted? Well, I took my career and went to Europe and made the money I lost here. I was like, Ursula, ma'am. Oh my gosh.
We are never recording this late again. Jesus. What the fuck just happened?
Girl, it beats me. But about all that noise is that noise was the shockwave of my wig flying from here to homeworld. Just all that noise is. You know when like things shake when like something breaks the sound barrier? Just that was my wig.
Your wig ascending into orbit at Mach 7.
Because Eartha was that bitch. But yeah, like why are we really not going to, and then as if the U.S. didn't leave those troops to die, be homeless and suffer from mental health that they don't want to pay for. And like, we take care of our troops. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's why they're dead. The streets.
People are so quick to buy Support Our Troops banner and flag.
But then they don't.
But then they ignore the guy peddling on the street.
Right.
Then they vote for people who defund the VA. Right. And they vote for people who send more fucking kids overseas to fight imperialistic and capitalist.
One of my exes lived next to a VA hospital. And when I tell you, like the bus went through there. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the most upsetting, like, things. Mm-hmm. To like witness, you see all these elderly people, and you know they served in some war. The Vietnam section of the.
Carry on. We can talk about it off the air.
Oh,
yeah.
And y'all care, huh?
Yeah, and a friend of mine is actually a Vietnam vet.
Right, and it's like, what they doing? Nothing.
Right now, he's actually doing pretty well for himself, I'd like to think.
No, I mean, not like them as in the people, but what's the government doing for those vets? Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
So, girl, all right, Call of Duty, make your coin.
Whatever.
And lose it or whatever.
I mean, you're gonna get it from parents that don't actually parent their kids and buy them M-rated games.
Let's think. That's the real tea. That's gonna make me rap. I have my rap. I have it.
Okay.
All right, so go on.
Parents who don't parent?
No, it's deeper than that.
So I'm excited.
So
okay. So then we're gonna move on to my points, I guess. First and foremost, a quick rest in peace shout out to Jose Lovat.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so sad.
For those of you who don't know, he is the progenitor of Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you knew some shit was about to go down. Everybody, all the cousins came downstairs to watch that once that came off.
I still stand for that show. Like, I still maintain that I want that tattoo of Gohan.
Please, I will support you. I will literally pay for that tattoo.
No, like, seriously, though.
I mean that.
I already have the design. I know where I want it. I have no idea how much it's going to cost. And I'm hoping that I find a tattoo artist that knows how to handle darker skin.
Ooh.
Because that's going to be the real thing. Because because I want that tattoo on the back of my right calf. Because I still stand for Gohan, his character arc specifically in the Cell games. Because that, like, him transforming into Super Saiyan 2.
Don't take my thigh off.
When I tell you, okay.
Oh God, here we go.
Team 4-Star redid that transformation and did it better than the original Funimation dub. I showed you that transformation, right?
I mean, like they were like neck and neck. I wouldn't say they did it better.
No, because the original Funimation dub that I watched, for some reason, had Gohan monologuing over the part that was supposed to be silent in the original dub.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. So in the Team 4-Star version, they redid the song that played in the original Japanese version, but translated it over to English, and had basically the same transition happen. And like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it.
I can see it.
And like that.
Just in case y'all didn't know what K stand for.
Like that scene crack there. And that transformation. Like, because I identify that much with that character, because he was smart and gentle and didn't like fighting. But if you fucked with him and hit that right button, he will rip your entire head off. Hi. That's me.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Smart, gentle, doesn't like fighting. You hit my wrong button, which y'all know 2 of my buttons already.
And adorable. Ew. Okay.
Yeah, but y'all already know 2 of my buttons. That's fucking with kids and fucking with my sleep.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like, fuck with my sleep. That's the fastest way to make me want to kill you.
Oh, God. All right. Well, next point?
My next point. So, the Sonic movie that got universally shit on. And, like, I hope Jim Carrey's back gets better after that movie.
Really? Honestly?
Because from carrying that entire thing, he was hilarious in the trailer, honestly.
He killed me.
And
then, like, that's another rant for another day. I mean, it fits in the nerd section, but still. You know what? Fuck it. Trailers. Please stop showing the whole movie. Like, had y'all just shown Eggman as that initial Stalin looking
with the mustache?
Right. Had y'all just shown him as that would have been cool. And then at some point in the movie where he like looks just like Eggman, let that have been the fanboy moment. Because y'all ain't doing nothing with Sonic. Like, y'all can leave him alone. Unless y'all bring like Tails and Knuckles or Shadow or something into it.
If they bring Knuckles, they have to have Travis. They have to have Travis Willingham voice him.
Can you imagine if they had the other legendary, the gay flag, as I like to call her, like the gay, what do I call it? Gay flag. Yeah. Like, I call them certain characters gay flags because that was like the sign to you as a child. Like, that was one of the flags that told you, no, girl, you're gay.
I mean, like standing for Mean Girls or summoning Shiva in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, playing as Melina or Jade or Sindel or any of the bad bitches.
Wait, was that Sindel that did the screaming?
Yes.
Somebody did like a fan mock-up version of Lady Gaga as Sindel, and I'm here for it.
Ooh, I can see that. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen those. With like all the I've seen
like
that.
Rihanna as Jade.
Which, but
well, actually,
I call her as the gay flag.
We actually are going to be talking about Mortal Kombat in a little bit, but carry on.
But she was like one of my gay flags, like Rouge the Bat.
Oh,
bitch.
Yep.
Bitch. When I saw her, I'm like, I want those heels. That was like my first thought. It wasn't like, why does this bat have titties? Later on in my life, it was like, damn, that rack. In a gay way. But it was like, what Prada exclusive? What Gucci?
What red bottom?
This them real good red bottoms. Like, she was like, if she shows up in this movie.
I doubt it.
If she would have shown up in,
I doubt it.
Just a bit.
My wig.
Like when She-Venom showed up in.
You were sent to orbit.
I've never been squished so far in a chair. Hello, man. That was not the time. Anyway, yeah, Sonic, girl, get it together.
They're postponing the movie. It's supposed to be coming out around Valentine's Day now. but they're pushing it ahead a few months. That way the programmers can actually, make him look less like garbage.
Yeah.
What I'm wanting, why don't they just...
Why don't he look like how he does in the game?
Well, not even just like making him look like how he does in the games, because like with Detective Pikachu, he doesn't look exactly like how he does in the games.
But he looks close enough. Like, he looks like Pikachu, but with realistic, like, slightly realistic things. Like, Pikachu had fur, and they made Pikachu have fur. Like, other than that, if you drew him flat, he would look like dead on. Like, why can't y'all just do that with Sonic? Y'all done fucked up so many things with Sonic.
What I want to see is them figure out a way to poll the fans to find out.
That's true. Although I don't trust the fans either, because Sonic has lost their fans a long time ago.
True, but I know a couple of friends of mine who are still huge Sonic stans.
My condolences to your friends.
Stop. Because
Sonic ain't been good since Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, Sonic Heroes. That was like the last good one.
Which one was the one that they were like? It was like a snowboarding race or like a board weight
racing
game.
That was the first sign of downhillness.
I liked that game actually.
Garbo.
I liked it.
I'm so sorry,
bitch.
I hated that fucking game.
And you're okay. You're allowed to have your opinion. That's a choice.
Wow. Who's the one? Who's the another one with that stupid bird looking?
Silver.
Silver's not the bird. Silver's the silver one with like the 3 tentacles for hair.
Yeah.
Like with that he was fine. I really wish Amy ended up with him instead of Sonic, because Sonic ain't no good. But
what about Shadow? Edgelord Supreme.
That's like going back.
I did, as a character though, I did like Shadow, just mostly because mostly because he didn't run. He had like hover skates.
He was cheating, as I like to call it. He was a cheater.
Girl, I guess.
Bitch, everyone could run except for Shadow. If you gave Shadow some regular ass Nikes,
wasn't he a clone of Sonic or something though?
I mean, I think no. I thought he was just made by Eggman to like rival Sonic.
I guess again, I used to be really good at drawing Sonic characters too.
Listen, when Shadow the Hedgehog came out, that was lit.
But still, weirdly, I still want to see this movie. Like,
I want to see him after the design has changed.
I don't want to. Yeah, I do want to see the design change. But even before the design change, I wanted to see this movie as a movie where you go to like an iPick or somebody and make sure you bring like $30-$40 to buy alcohol and stuff and get a little lit watching the movie. Go with a bunch of friends and have fun with it. Like, it was the same thing I did with Dragon Ball Evolution, except I was too young to have alcohol. Like,
I don't know who that movie is.
My friends and I. Here's the thing. I liked a couple of the design choices. Like what they did with Bulma, where they gave her like a shock of blue hair instead of all blue hair, because that made more sense. But
I needed the synthetic.
That synthetic lace.
Yeah, she needed that. Like,
but I wanted the blue perm. I wanted to see the blue Bulma perm. You know what I'm talking about. But no, my friends and I at the time, my friends and I almost got kicked out of the theater for laughing as hard as we did at that movie, and that was worth the ticket price.
Like, that movie was such.
That's why I like seeing bad movies. I want to go there.
Kanye's clothing line.
But speaking, because we mentioned Mortal Kombat earlier, Mortal Kombat has achieved a thing that has not happened since Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11 is the best-selling game for Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft.
Go off.
All at the same time.
It was all because of them titties.
Or slight removal thereof.
Yeah.
Which I am here for.
Yeah, because
like the girls need assigned seats if you're going to be jumping around stabbing bitches.
I love that, don't you? Like, again, gay flags everywhere.
Like get this.
That was like the straight up gay flags.
Get these dead or alive jiggle physics out of here.
Why did you? I need to show you a flash animation about Dead or Alive.
Oh no.
Aaron from Game Grumps.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
That was one of the. It's so accurate. It's gonna irritate you.
Because somebody should be getting a black eye from them titties mounts.
No, it's worse.
Oh no,
it's much worse than that, and you'll understand if you played it. You'll understand.
I am afraid and anticipatory.
Okay, but come on, Mortal Kombat, staying that bitch after all these years.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me next time you guys come out. You know, you and my boyfriend. we need to go to this arcade bar. Shout out to Izzy's in Des Plaines again. They have the original Mortal Kombat cabinet.
Wow.
Up to 4, I think.
I'm interested.
Every single one. It's like a long wall of Mortal Kombat. And they have Marvel vs. Capcom.
Shiny.
And Street Fighter.
I'm terrible at all of these.
And the Ninja Turtles beat them up, and
Still
X-Men, and
terrible.
Pac-Man, Tron,
decent, terrible,
Galaga,
decent.
I'll whoop your ass, Galaga. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you will. I said I'm decent. I didn't say I was good.
And then
now, if there's a Soul Calibur cabinet there,
it's all old school.
If there's a Soul Calibur cabinet there,
it's all old school. There's no Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 1 or Soul Blade.
How old is that?
Late 90s.
Oh no, this is like 70s and 80s, girl.
Oh,
it's like the actual cabinets from the 80s.
Must be like late 80s too then, because I'm pretty sure Mortal Kombat came out at the earliest 85.
Right, so it's like up to the late 80s or like mid 80s. It's lit, and it's all free to play. You pay $10. You pay like $10 with food or a drink or two, and you're in.
This is not an advertisement.
This is not an advertisement. They're just that lit. Garlic wings, get them. Yeah, girl.
I heard garlic. I'm already interested.
Garlic and wings seasoning. Wow.
Yeah.
Unheard of in Northern Illinois.
Yeah. Unheard of in Illinois.
Northern Illinois.
Unheard of in Northern. So I need to take you to this Pakistani joint.
Anyway, what's your next point?
My final point. We stand a British queen and her birthday. Sir Ian McKellen recently turned 80.
Do you know what I want from Sir Ian McKellen?
I want a video series of his friendship with Patrick Stewart.
Aren't they dating?
No.
I wish.
No.
That'd be a power couple.
But Patrick Stewart also uses cannabis for his arthritis pain.
I love it.
So I am here for all.
You know what I want? I want for him to be in like a silk robe with like a happy birthday or something. Mm-hmm. Like, you remember how Nikita Dragon was walking down the street in that red dress and work this pussy in the background? He used to do that with a red robe. Just like, work this pussy. He just walks out in his big ass fucking house.
You know they're
like, what's good?
You know he's a septuagenarian, right?
What?
He's in his 70s.
Oh.
Sidebar, he looks amazing for in his 70s too.
They both do. They are legendary.
Ian McKellen was on David Tennant's podcast a few months ago. Because it's literally just called David Tennant Does a Podcast With, and then it's the name of whoever joins them. And I don't know why, but the best word I can describe for that episode is just pleasant.
Oh my God.
It was just very pleasant.
I want to meet them. Did you imagine meeting them?
David Tennant?
No.
Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen?
I'm trying to make sure it doesn't fly off.
I will. Oh, Jesus! Like, just bring some Earl Grey, and maybe a couple of gummies.
Just like, hey,
and have a kiki, because Ian McKellen would be that bitch.
Really, they both will.
Like, well, no, but like, you need to listen to that episode of that podcast.
I will, because I'll gag.
It was.
I like every word.
It was adorable and pleasant.
Again, I will gag. I gag at adorable and pleasant. I watch Steven Universe, bitch. I know how to gag at adorable and pleasant.
All right, but that's it from me. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes, there is.
Oh, boy.
Parents.
Oh, no.
If you bring your child to a public place, let's not start there. Stop putting tablets in front of your children at like from birth. You, as a responsible ass parent, need to get as much like
face-to-face
time. They need to learn how to socialize with people from like babyhood, infancy. You stop putting tablets and computers and TV screens in front of these children. Stop it. Because that does nothing. What that does is that makes them go, oh, that links social time. Instead of thinking I need to be sociable, that links to I should have a screen in front of me right now. And then you get developmental issues when they don't know how to socialize with people. And then same parents are like, why don't you socialize? Because, bitch, they didn't have their parents shoving an iPad or a phone or a game in their face if they got tired of parenting. For like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it every once in a while. I get it. Sometimes you just need to get the kids out of your hair. Sometimes. I get it. Cool. But that doesn't mean anytime you're like, I need to do something else other than take care of my child, which is a 24-hour job that you signed up for when you knock someone up.
Some niggas didn't get the memo.
That's a whole nother rant for a whole nother time. Deadbeat parents, just stop doing that to your kids. Prime example, I work at a restaurant that has these tablets in the front. It is a bad sign when when parents walk in with their kids and the first thing the kids do, they don't say hello to nobody, they don't look at you, they don't say nothing. They go straight for the tablets and just immediately are glued to the tablets. They don't pay attention to where they're walking. They just walk with their tablets, bumping into shit and bumping into people, bumping into me. And they sit at the whole dinner table the whole time. Parents socializing, getting a drink or two. Mm-hmm. Kids sitting there playing tablets the whole time. Food shows up, they don't even care. They're playing on their tablets. Mm-hmm. That irks me. Mm-hmm. I don't get that. My black ass? I'm probably not gonna have any biological kids, just being real. But I'm taking care of everybody else's when they got shit to do. Because I'm that bitch. So when I'm gay auntying someone to like a restaurant, or if they're in my house and I'm babysitting, because y'all are reading books. Y'all are gonna read. I mean, I'm not gonna make them read the fucking dictionary or something, because that's, girl, I'm gonna have y'all read the shit I read as a kid. Especially some black, my granny, bless her heart, rest in peace, had me read some black ass books for some black ass kids. I needed that as a kid. Because I feel like if I didn't read those books, like I had some books about, I have to show them to you because I have them on my shelf. I'm never getting rid of them. But even they're like simple books, like 20 pages with a bunch of beautifully drawn black imagery about black ass stories, about black kids being black kids and living life and being happy. I needed that shit as a kid. I didn't watch black ass movies because a lot of the time back in like the 80s, black ass movies meant, black ass movies were about the worst. Yeah. So like, I'd throw on a movie. Like she would throw on a movie every once in a while if we did good. But I'd socialize. She took us to do shit, even if it wasn't like spending money. Took us to the park. Took us to the fucking free shit. Like, you know what I mean? Interact with your kids. Interact with the kids that aren't your kids. Teach them to be sociable at a young age. That helps them jump a lot of hurdles on their own later in life. Because I'm going to acknowledge my privilege and say that that's the reason why I can jump through a lot of mental hurdles I deal with. But a lot of people, most people my age, can't say that. Because we grew up in the age of television and internet. And so we got stuck in that for a while. And I still know, I acknowledged a long time ago that I had some problems because of that. Once I discovered that, I stopped going outside. I used to ride my bike and just look at the air. I didn't go out with anybody. I just go and enjoy the street. You know what I mean? It's like different kinds of activity that you don't get when you're stuck behind a tablet all the time. That's all you'll know. Because from infancy, you'll see parents, food, sleep, tablet. Like that's your cycle. And you don't get anything, you don't get the world from that. That's my problem.
I feel like there's a way that can be done well, though.
What do you mean?
Having, dozens of kids' books on an iPad.
Right,
having it for like a long ride where they can watch a kids movie on a tablet, but not making it their sole source of entertainment.
Right, exactly. Like if you're bored, hey, I'm gonna buy your ass a Kindle, preload it with some of the books I read as a kid, and you go read it.
Exactly.
And if you're a toddler, I'm gonna read it to you.
Or like learning about stuff too, because the idea of, Mommy, why is the sky blue?
I mean, that's a real ass question I got asked when I was like 16 years old. And I was like, wow.
But like
I'm going to have to answer this as a kid.
Like in my case, because I do want to be a parent at some point. In my case, if that happens,
Tangent.
Let's sit down and find out. Sit down, break out the tablet, and let's swipe around and find out. What does this article say? I don't know. Let's practice reading it and see if we can learn.
Right. Find an easy enough article for them to read.
And there's ways where you don't let the technology raise your kids, but you can let the technology
help you raise
learn part of it, because whether we like it or not, technology is going to be an integral part of our lives unless everything collapses.
I'm not saying my point wasn't to like fuck technology,
but it's letting the tech raise your kids.
Yeah, but it's like using that in place of raising your kids. It's not okay.
No,
like I didn't have that shit as a kid, obviously, but had I had it, and my grandmother knew how to use that shit, like if mine was a generation forward from now, you best believe my grandmama would have had a Kindle. She would have been like, here, read about how Disney made his movies.
The other thing is that's actually part of why I don't have a whole lot of pictures of my nephew. Like, I'll take a couple here and there.
Yeah.
But I want to try to make sure that he interacts with me. That there is no phone or anything
between. There's no camera in front of him.
Like, I'll ask him, hey, nephew, do you want to take a picture?
Mm-hmm. Right. I don't take a lot of pictures of shit either. And I go on trips. It's either me and my outfit.
Yeah, before I
go out, that's it.
I like the experience. And yeah, I might take a couple pictures here and there to spark the memories of the experience.
But it's like, yeah. But watching that firsthand irks me.
That the kid is doing nothing but tableting. Now, hang on. One other note, because I'm actually glad that we have kind of some counterpoints on this.
Okay.
But one other note, though, is that there are kids that have some kind of developmental differences.
That's different, though. That's different.
But like kids, like autistic kids that walk into the restaurant with the big ass earmuffs on.
That's different. That's if they have their own shit. Okay,
but have the tablet so that way they can keep themselves stimulated while they're out eating.
Right. Exactly. That's a whole different ballgame. That's different. I'm talking about the parents who immediately like, here's the tablet.
And then just go back and just like get on their phone and kiki with their friends or whatever.
Yeah, like get a drink, get a beer, people parents be drinking outside with their kids. I don't know. Is that a me thing that I would never do that?
What, drink in front of the kids?
Like with kids around, like, oh, I'm gonna get myself a beer. Like
moderation.
Like that's such a. I always have a weird. That's a weird thing for me.
I feel like it's moderation because I've had a beer in front of my nephew before.
Like I think my mother's had like a glass of wine in front of me, but it was only when we went to nice places.
And my thing is that I'll tell him that this drink is just for grown-ups.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me that all the
time. It'll because I'm done growing, I can have this stuff.
Oh, that's genius. Listen,
because
facts.
That this is bad for kids because it's going to keep them from growing right, which isn't exactly wrong. But I'm a grown-up. I've been a grown-up for a while, so I can have this, and it's not going to hurt me.
I'm gagged, bitch. Why? Come on, parenting skills.
Why?
Come on, parenting skills. Because I'm actually going to use them when I get... Listen, if y'all need if y'all need a gay ass uncle to babysit your goddamn kids, I will do it. They're going to be singing Donna Summer with I'm going to turn them back to you. They're going to be singing on the radio. Could you imagine? Just like, oh, don't hurt your titty now. You need those.
Sucking on my titties
like you wanted me calling. But like, if y'all need some... Oh my God. Girl.
Oh, goodness.
Lord Jesus. Are you okay, girl?
I'm okay.
But like, listen, y'all send your kids over and they can get in the car and then you're like, oh, it's just
yeah, but to your point though, I feel like that kind of isolation will create a secular version, like the isolation of kids being basically raised by their technology.
Yes.
I feel like it's going to be the secular equivalent of PKs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. PKs is the colloquial term for pastor's kids.
Yeah.
Which I grew up, well, not grew up, but like my late teens and early 20s, I was super churchy and even went to a Bible college for a few semesters. And you could always tell which kids were the homeschooled PKs.
Yeah.
Because they never had much interaction with other people. That their main interaction was with their parents and their siblings and their Bible. And
discount the Bible from mine, but that was my upbringing, and that's why 1st through 6th grade was murder for me.
But the thing is that you still had interaction with other people in 1st through 6th grade. These are the kids that were homeschooled.
None.
And their only social interaction was maybe once a week if they went to Sunday school with a couple of other kids.
Right, and that's the only time they saw any other. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that would be kind of the secular equivalent, where instead of Bible, it's just tablet.
Tablet, right.
Which can also have a Bible on it, but
still, like,
it's
the point is games and
don't let the tech raise your kids.
Yeah,
like,
don't let it, because
like I don't think I'd offer a tablet game or a phone game or anything like that to any kids in my care.
Absolutely not. If I'm playing with them, like it's something I want them to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But they can't play by themselves. That's like not.
No. Because I want to be able to interact with this kid. I want to be able to make memories with this kid. I want, like, my nephew still calls me Uncle K, even though technically I'm not related to him at all.
Mm-hmm.
because I tried to make sure that I'm present and active in his life like that.
Right. Exactly.
And I want to make sure that that's the case. And I avoid using technology with him for that exact reason. I don't take that many pictures. We go out and do stuff. We'll go swimming. We'll go kite flying. We'll go walking around in the woods. We'll go identify bugs. We'll identify plants. We'll wrestle the puppy.
He's such a boy. Honestly.
Like, yeah. I just... I wish I had enough money to have a kid. Because I'm young enough and have enough energy at this point in my life to be able to try to keep up with one.
That's another thing.
And I feel like money is going to be the one thing that keeps me from being able to be a parent.
I brought up a side tangent that I also need to say. If you're not putting tablets in front of your kids, parent your kids. Because at some point, these kids teach your kids some goddamn manners. That's what I need to say. Because these parents be having their kids running up and down the ramps and playing hide and seek and in the bathrooms and in the closed-off section of the dining room, hollering and screaming. My black ass has to restrain the urge to keep my grandmother from coming through my throat if you don't sit your ass down like you got some sense. I want to say that so often, and I've done it a couple times. I'm like, why are we... Because they'll play
Wait, you did it wrong, though. Sit your ass down.
See, no, my grandma was not aggressive. That's a mama thing. Like, my grandmother was too nice for that. And I never got yelled at because I had manners. But, but like, I get going to play the crane games or like the obnoxiously small dicks hunting game that every bar has. I get that, but they'll go to like the slot machines and they'll start like bouncing the balls up and down the walls where all these glass pictures and light bulbs are hanging. I walked into that room and I'm like, excuse me.
Where are your parents?
Go back to your table. This is not a playground. Heard that one before. This is not a playground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And they will take their asses terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Because the tall black man.
I was gonna say you also tower over the majority.
I try not to yell. I'm just like, excuse me. If they hear me say that, they're like, it kills me every time.
And you know what you're doing is wrong. Go.
I'll be like, go back to your parents' table before I have to go get them myself. I will do it. I have nothing else to do right now, and I'll get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the parents that also get me and I'm done after this. Is the parents that go, good job for watching their own fucking kids. I'm like, if you don't get your Oompa Loompa body ass the fuck out of this goddamn chair throwing back beers like you ain't got no kids and parents your own fucking kids before I cap you and you can't get shit else.
I wasn't aware that my job title included babysitter.
I'm like, bitch, I ain't your fucking baby. I will backhand you like this child. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Residual parenting hitting things. Sorry. But
something I will never do.
I have to unlearn that so bad. I have to unlearn that. That's such a horrible mentality to have as far as discipline.
Yeah.
But when you've endured that in your entire life to where you're raised to think that's okay, it's a very hard thing to unlearn. So I apologize. Oh my God.
Yeah. I have no intention of ever doing that because I have literal PTSD from it.
Really? That fucks you up. And parents think that's okay, and they're just like, oh, it's fine.
It's fine because that's how I was raised.
And it's like, no, it's not. That's called post-traumatic slave disorder.
I'd never heard it called that.
That's a book, actually.
Post-traumatic slave disorder?
Yes.
Bitch.
I'll send it to you.
Please do.
I have the PDF from school and everything.
Ooh. Okay, let's end this. Bitch, it is late. It's getting
an hour and a half.
late.
Our episode is almost an hour and 40 minutes. I am upset. I'm like, we're going to be an hour. It's going to be an hour and 50 minutes.
Not yet.
No, 45 actually, if we stop right now.
Well, in that case, that wraps up yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's try that again. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, that wraps up yet another episode of the Baldwin Kids. If you've got questions, comments, great ideas, or just want to say hi, shoot us an email at askthebkcast@gmail.com or give us a like and a DM on our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter. I am at the Iron Magnus. That's THEIRONMAGNUS.
I'm on Instagram as Vesta.
With 2 underscores.
With 2 underscores. I don't use Twitter, so don't talk to me on there. Just admire the picture I have.
You can certainly try.
Really, honestly. And album is coming out in hosting here. I'm about to light some lavender incense and be like, if you don't get the hell out of my house, I got a
sage.
I got a deep condition. But album is coming out in 2 weeks.
Ew.
I think, is that right?
Ew. Well, what's the date the album?
June 8th. Yes, June 8th. That's 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah, it comes out in 2 weeks. It'll be everywhere. It's going to be up for pre-order.
Oh, she's got pre-order.
Yeah, only on one site though, because I tried really hard to organize that, and bitch, doing that on your own is very difficult. But yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, y'all, we are a TSRP Network podcast, and we will see y'all next time. Do better.